It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the New York Knicks in New York. Looking at the last game for the Knicks, it was a win against the Bulls at United Center. Feeling confident after a runaway win. We'll see if they carry over some of that momentum. The Atlanta Hawks in recent years, a new ownership group, a changeover in the front office, new players in key roles. How do you create continuity given all of those changes, Shaq?
Well, it's not an easy thing to do, but with our good friend Grant Hill, part of the ownership group, I think they've done a good job, all things considered.
Well, they have a consistent philosophy now. You know, a style of play. They draw and kick. They have ball movement, unselfishness. So you know how to trade better, you know how to draft better, and definitely know how to coach better.
Kevin Harlan is standing by as we approach tip-off.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. The Knicks happy to return to New York after the road trip. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter-oriented. If you're not hot, you don't score.
Well, when you force it all night, you don't get good results. Never really adjusted the game plan the way they should have.
And before we get underway here, let's check over with David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach Jeff Hornacek.
Well, Kevin, he acknowledged that the first meeting with his team did not go exactly the way he expected it to, but said they've identified a few areas of key adjustments that will ensure they don't drop a second straight game to this team. We'll find out if those fixes do the trick. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. And Steve, mental fatigue is an issue that can play a factor when the season is in full swing. Is it more on the coach or on the player to keep the team focused on their goal?
I think the organization. I think your teammates, your coaches, whoever it is, to keep that camaraderie going. But ultimately, it comes down to the player. You had that responsibility, and the coach can coach you up, but you got to find a way to get out of those ruts.
Yeah, I can see where it ultimately would come down to the player.
Yes, totally agree.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Filling out the wings, it's Bazemore and Prince. Collins is out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Schroeder in at the point. It's blocked. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Bazemore, and count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And how about the body control from Ntilikina there? Finds ways to finish through the contact. Really terrific at using his size to his advantage.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
And coming out of the offseason where the Knicks had a really long to-do list, you knew they were going to shake things up and made some moves in free agency and realized they needed to build around Porzingis going forward.
Here's Porzingis after the basket by Atlanta. He feeds it to Cantor. Screen by Porzingis. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded closely. Just 5 on the clock. By the way, that's a two-pointer, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. And it's the Hawks' ball. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
But you have to give them credit for being aggressive. The problem is they play too much hero ball. You have to be willing to make the extra pass.
Now here's Moutier. He's guarded by Schroeder. Now here's Moutier. 8 points his last outing. Here's Porzingis. Rebound by the Hawks.
You know what? He tried to lay it in at the point of attack. Just too much defensive pressure on that play.
Schroeder dishes to Collins. From deep, Prince. It's hauled in by Porzingis. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The offensive rebound. Pass to Moutier. And with Moutier, although he is a heavy rotation player, Greg, he is still somewhat of a project long term.
You know, it isn't always easy to be patient with Moutier, but that's what is needed. Slowly improving his efficiency, which is a big issue for him. And you can see the raw potential, but he has a lot of smaller things to clean up.
He misses the free throw. No good at the stripe this time. The second misses also. And the Hawks, known for their equal opportunity drive and kick offensive style. But Greg, their three-point shooting percentage has cratered the last few seasons.
Yeah, and the way the league is going, that's something they'll have to fix. The free throw line, also an issue for this group. It's clear they're in search of more shooting.
Now here's Schroeder, defended by Moutier. Schroeder kicks to Collins. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
Schroeder, he's a handful, very creative running those pick and roll sets.
Moutier passes to Porzingis. Back to Moutier. Trying to find Cantor. Gets it to him. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Great change of direction. He sold the defense that he was taking the look and instead found his teammate for an even better one.
The Hawks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Bazemore dishes to Dedmon. From 15 feet away, it's up a 3. Knicks with the rebound. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Especially on the road. You're hoping for any extra contributions. But for a couple of stretches, there, the backups control the game.
Here's Schroeder after Enes Kanter's basket. And it's denied. Now here's Moutier. Not a lot of room. And that one, good. Moutier's got his first bucket in this one.
I love the fact that Ntilikina is skilled at being a ball mover. He's got a pass-first mentality, and that's winning basketball.
Now here's Schroeder. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Orlando. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded by Schroeder. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. Here's Moutier. Outside, Porzingis, 5 to shoot. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Creating a size mismatch in close. That's the kind of thing you're working for.
They set the pick. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. A floater. Yep, that one goes. Schroeder's got his second bucket tonight.
And Schroeder, undaunted inside, took the defense head on and made the tough shot.
Cantor kicks to Moutier. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Bazemore, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Frank Ntilikina out of France, played pro ball in Germany, and A lot of fans in the U.S. might not be as familiar with him, but for NBA execs and scouts, that's their job. Ntilikina has a game worthy of their attention.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. In a draft stocked with point guards, Ntilikina's court vision, Greg, might be the best of them all.
I mean, he's a true pure point guard. At the same time, a good shooter. The length to defend wings, so that versatility makes him one of the more valuable prospects.
Bembry's checked in for Kent Bazemore. And the second free throw, good.
And Ntilikina, he possesses that unselfishness that really allows his guys to play their best basketball. You got to love his approach. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Ntilikina. 11 points for him in that last game against Chicago. Cantor, the pass to Hardaway. There's a screen by Cantor. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Bembry kicks to Collins. And there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. This is his first free throw of the game. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And the Hawks going young on the perimeter, hunting out promising 3-and-D wing.
Kevin, you see the success that teams like the Warriors have had with their length and versatility on the perimeter. Clearly, the Hawks are trying to go in that direction.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Porzingis kicks to Mudia. Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it. And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Hawks.
And the three-pointer was their preferred weapon. It can be a risky strategy, but it's one that more and more teams have embraced over the years.
Here's Ntilikina. Dedmon with the block. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And you know what? Sometimes there's a reason why you're open. Maybe not the shot you should be taking. And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give it an inch. We'll see how it turns out.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Now here's Schroeder. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And Dennis Schroeder out of Germany handed the keys as the full-time starter at the point guard in his 4th season.
And with his confidence and competitive spirit, you know he was chomping at the bit for that opportunity. And you got to love his athleticism coupled with that big play capability. It's just exciting to see how good this young man can become.
That's good from Schroeder. And the way we have kind of a positionless game now, Smitty, there is no part of the court, I mean any part of the court, which not one person cannot go to. I mean, a point guard can play any place. The big can go outside like you just talked about.
You're totally right. And now you've seen bigs shooting 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line. And a lot of point guards starting to post up. It is definitely positionless basketball that we're seeing right now.
But fun to watch. Seeing those bigs shoot like that, wow, fun to watch.
And last season, the Knicks raised expectations with some of those big free agent signings and trades in the prior year. And let's face it, things just didn't work out quite how they had planned. Some would say they underachieved. Hard pill to swallow for a fan base that went into the year with so much hope.
The Hawks trail it. In the corner, it's Delaney. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 4th assist in this one. The Knicks have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And a big problem for the Knicks in their shortcomings last season was their defense.
Yeah, and listen, they have some shot blocking, but as a whole, the defense lacked teeth. More than anything else, it played a part in the disappointment of last season's campaign, and it's something they'll be focusing on in the coming years.
Here's Burke after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. Screen by Lee. Launches it, and he's good on the 3-ball. Lee's got it all tied up now for the Knicks.
You can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Now here's Schroeder. He's got 8. 6 to shoot. Here's Bembry. A reverse, and the layup is good. Bembry's got his first points of the night.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Beasley outside. Outside Thomas. Another shot, and O'Quinn kicks to Thomas. Beasley with a clean look, and again, New York with the triple. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
The dish to Muscala. Schroeder kicks to Muscala. Beasley with the steal. And here we go, fast break. Burke's got it. Rebounded by the Hawks. Dedmon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Muscala, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
A real easy call. I know you want to attack the glass, generate second chance opportunities, but you also have to pick your spots.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon, and Taylor subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Beasley kicks to Lee. Up and in on the layup. Lee's got 5.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Pass to Delaney. Plumlee with a screen on Lee. Here's Taylor. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Burke kicks to Beasley. Here's Burke. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Here's Taylor. And Taylor with the stuff. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Screen by Lee. Burke kicks to Beasley. He dishes it to Lee. And the foul on Kyle O'Quinn. That's his first foul. The Hawks leading. 1:49 left to play in the first. Here's Taylor, and it's O'Quinn with the rebound. New York's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Beasley outside. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
And it's gotten to be an arms race around the league as far as player development. Every year, more teams investing in infrastructure. The Hawks no different. They cut the ribbon on a new 90,000 square foot practice facility this season.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And one thing that's different about the Hawks' new practice facility, it's a joint venture with a couple sports science organizations, including Emory University's entire sports medicine branch.
Yeah, Kevin, it gives the Hawks a competitive edge. No better way to stay on the cutting edge than to share a building with those paving the way.
And Beasley drops both of them. We've got 1:28 left here in the opening quarter. Taylor dishes to Muscala. Here's Bembry. He's guarded by Thomas. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Burke. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. It's stolen by Taylor. Now here's Taylor, the fast break opportunity. Bembry misses. New York trailing. And here is Burke. Here's O'Quinn. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
Well, early on, neither team putting much emphasis on the defensive side.
No doubt. The offensive game planning on both sides has been effective early on.
Taylor kicks to Plumlee. Hawks passing it around. There's Bembry. He's guarded by Thomas. 5 on the clock. Here's Taylor. Softly drops in the floater. Taylor's got 6 points.
I like the efficiency here. 3 out of 4 shooting, just taking what the defense gives him.
Beasley outside. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Bembry. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Knicks leading by just 1. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
Here's Beasley. 11 points for him in that last game against the Bulls in Chicago. Beasley out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Lee. Then it's Thomas. And it's Burke in at the point guard. They're the group New York will start the second with. Dives for it. It's stolen by Muscala. And they're moving it up. Here's Delaney. They grab their own miss. Tries it again. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Love the extra possessions. Defense has them stopped, but can't control the boards.
Atlanta shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Smitty's still the most electrifying play in the game, the slam dunk. For your money, who are the more phenomenal dunkers right now in the league?
Zach LaVine is at top of my list.
High flyer, you're right.
LeBron James, Aaron Gordon, those guys.
Antetokounmpo.
Yes. I mean, you talk about guys that are trying stuff that guys don't try in games. Those guys, Russell Westbrook, love to see more of these guys in the dunk contest. But Zach LaVine right now is at the top of my list.
He is. Atlanta with the ball. Michael Beasley missing his last shot. Taylor's shot, good.
The defense disrespecting his range. He goes ahead and buries it.
Burke, the pass to Thomas. Feeds it to Beasley. Back to Thomas. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Thomas got his first basket of the night. Outside, Taylor. Plumlee with the screen. It's blocked. Burke with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Taylor. That one, no good. And New York the other way now. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Burke dishes to Lee. Second shot opportunity, and it's blocked. Now Taylor, he's got 9. In the corner, it's Delaney. Six on the shot clock. Dishes to Muscala. Plumlee, count that bucket. Plumlee's got the lead up to 5 now for Atlanta. And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor, but that does take a lot of discipline.
So New York ends up going with the new group. And then for Atlanta, Collins comes in for Mike Muscala. And it's Taurean Prince in for Malcolm Delaney. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Now here's Moutier. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. Some nice passing by New York here. And Cantor wide open. He shoots. That's no good, and he's 3 for 5. Atlanta leading by 5. Taylor passes to Collins. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway. Plumlee with the screen. Here's Bazemore, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, this is why you see guys shying away from the mid-range jumper. It's a bit of a lost art. Can't finish, and defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
Now here's Bazemore. Down low, here's Collins. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And what was a wild ride of an offseason for the Knicks ultimately results in a regime change.
Yeah, I mean, players butting heads with executives, and when it came down to it, things just needed to change. If the Knicks picked the Zen Master over Porzingis, fans might have rioted in New York City, and hopefully the franchise can kind of start to right the ship.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Collins nails both of them. Knicks trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this lead, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
Atlanta with the ball. Following the score by New York. Plumlee dishes to Prince. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Knicks have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Looking now at some numbers for Hardaway. His last 10 games, averaging about 11 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles. Carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Now here's Schroeder after Enes Kanter's miss. And it's Schroeder missing.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
And stolen by Prince. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And this group gives us a second look at the shooting guards leading their position in steals over the last 10 games. You take a look at Bazemore, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
You know, you watch him on a game-in, game-out basis, and he just puts on a clinic defensively, both in terms of effort and technique at that off-guard spot.
His technique is so great, but it's that effort you talked about that has him at the top of this list. He puts so much into his defense, he just never lets up on that end of the floor.
Inside, shots good by Dedmon. Dedmon's got his first points of the game.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Moutier.
Oh, yes. And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Here's Schroeder following the score by New York. The 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Kanter. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago.
He was really aggressive on the glass, too. He really racked up on the boards out there.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
The defense looks done right now. No hustle or real desire to get stops.
So it's the Hawks now. The Knicks making the shot. Just 5 on the clock. Fires from the line, and the rebound goes to the Knicks. Porzingis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hardaway, no good.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well. I mean, just a good shooter, taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
Here's Hardaway following the 3 by Atlanta. Up top, Kanter. He's got 12. Here's Ntilikina, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Ntilikina's got 5 now.
Yeah, you got to honor Ntilikina from mid-range. He is a quick decision maker who will cash in if you give him space.
And Kanter over to help. Atlanta with the ball. In the corner, Bazemore with it. Here's Collins. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Atlanta's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range.
You know, the 7-footer Dwayne Dedmon was a late bloomer to this game. His mother didn't let him play sports early on, but when he turned 18, though, he decided he wanted to pursue basketball.
They set the pick. Kanter kicks to Moutier. The wide open look here for Porzingis. They grab their own miss. Lets the 3 fly. And another shot. And it's laid in by Moutier. 6 points for him.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Schroeder outside over Moutier. Tries again. Collins good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Now here's Moutier, guarded by Prince. Hardaway kicks to Cantor. Dedmon with the block. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And for most 7-footers, the game finds them. Coaches and scouts search out kids with special physical gifts like Dwayne Dedmon.
He's had to make up for lost time, but he made it. Last season, the most consistent playing time of his career. The Spurs coaching staff bringing him up to speed.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Smitty, every NBA player who plays as long as you did has a moment where they realize Father Time has caught up with them. Was there a specific moment for you, for instance, when you realized that you had to retire, or you were being asked to retire?
Hey, Kevin, great question. It happened all in one sequence.
Oh, really?
I was playing the power forward position. Imagine that. I started in this league as a point guard. I go to the power forward position. I step out to hedge on Jamal Crawford. He throws it through my leg and keeps it and lays it up. I look over at Bernie Bickerstaff, and he nodded and said, "You know what, Smitty, it's time." I said, "God, lead coach in the game, in the middle of the game." But that moment, I realized the game was passing me by with these young guys. And me and Jamal Crawford has talked about it. It was one of those moments when I didn't even react. I knew my reaction skills was gone.
That's an amazing story. Here's Schroeder following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Shot off the pick. And the shot is long.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Here's Moutier. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
There's a good screen. Bembry kicks it over to Schroeder. Pulls up. That doesn't go either for Schroeder.
You know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that looked like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
Here's Bembry. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the Hawks, second in turnovers forced last season. What I love, they do it without fouling. Bottom 6 in personals.
And Hawks coach Mike Budenholzer came from the Spurs, where they play a more conservative defensive style. They don't gamble.
Well, Bud, even he is a little surprised to coach a team that thrives on steal. It comes from fundamentals, though. Keep your hands high and wide, deny passing lanes, and force deflections.
The first free throw is good, so it's both teams making substitutions here. So he gets them both. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Work kicks to Beasley. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Here's Delaney. 9-point game his last outing. Kicks to Muscala. The Hawks again can't hit.
The open mid-range jump shot. He knows he has to hit that one.
Beasley sets a screen for Burke. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, he has to be careful now. He doesn't want to pick up that third foul this early.
Atlanta making some changes. Plumlee comes in for Dwayne Dedmon, and Taylor subbed in for Prince. 1:44 left here in the second. Pick by O'Quinn. Shot clock at 6. No good there. Plumlee with some nice D. Atlanta's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Delaney kicks to Bembry. They get it back. Muscala, the pass to Bembry. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. The pass to Plumlee. Here's Bembry. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Muscala. The shot from the low post is good. Muscala's got his second bucket of the night.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Inside, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. The Hawks leading. Taylor dishes to Plumlee. Back to Taylor. Plumlee with the screen. Taylor kicks to Plumlee. Beasley with the steal. Outside Thomas. Beyond the arc. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist by Thomas. That's 12 points for Beasley.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
There's the screen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Plumlee with the screen, and Muscala kicks to Bembry. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in the game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Beasley outside. Over Muscala. No good on the fadeaway.
No one on him. He committed to fading away. Probably could have taken more time with that shot.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Hawks lead by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, your guys are playing aggressively at the defensive end and sharing the ball offensively. Have you been satisfied with the effort so far?
Well, I think just defensively we needed to be a little bit better. I think our pressure hopefully created a little bit of turnovers, created some tough shots, and then offensively they're getting into us. We want to drive it and continue to play with the pass.
Always moving that defense from side to side. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And an exciting first half indeed. Welcome back. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny, the Jet, Smith, and Shaq, the Eel, O'Neal. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. The second quarter was a tight battle, but they were the slightly better team. Not by very much, however. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
So that'll do it for now as we send you courtside with Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew for the start of the second half.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
What we saw in the first half, he has a nice mixture of moves down low, and they've been going to him.
He is reliable down there. Once he gets going, he is a machine.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. New York trailing. And so in the game for the Hawks, Schroeder and Bazemore are in the backcourt. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Collins, and it's Prince in at the small forward. Here's Ntilikina, poked loose. Schroeder outside. Over Moutier. And it falls over the rim and in. Schroeder's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Hawks.
Dennis Schroeder out of Germany, a scoring-minded point guard. We know that. Started his career backing up Jeff Teague. Last season, though, the Hawks handed Schroeder the keys.
Count it. Moutier's got 10 points.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple of shots. You are in rhythm.
Schroeder kicks to Collins. The feed to Dedmon. It's deflected. The Knicks shooting straight 49% from the field. Here's Hardaway, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Hardaway has got his first bucket of the night, and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
He took good advantage of that screen.
Good decision making right here. Coming off the screen, Schroeder with no hesitation.
Now here's Moutier. He's covered closely. Porzingis passes to Kanter. Dedmon with the block. And here's Bazemore. 5 points in the game. Lets the 3 fly. And Kanter pulls it down.
The defense fortunate there. He's a guy you hate to leave wide open.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
And Bazemore kicks it over to Schroeder. From outside, off the mark. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. On the wing, Hardaway. Guarded by Prince. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. Pass to Bazemore. Launches a 3. Nailed from 3-point land. He's got 8.
He gets it off quickly. Bazemore much improved on the catch and shoot.
There's a screen by Kanter. Pass to Porzingis. Hardaway kicks to Kanter. From past the arc. That doesn't go either for Hardaway. The Hawks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. There's the dish to Bazemore. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 6 assists here tonight. Knicks trail by 4. Moutier with the ball. He's got 10. Porzingis kicks to Kanter. Screen by Porzingis. Lock at 6. Kanter sets the pick for Hardaway. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Hardaway has got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
See, in this half, I feel like he's a much different shooter. Calm, focused, and letting things come to him.
Moutier passes to Hardaway. Kanter with a screen on Prince. Off the pick. And Kanter throws it down.
That's an excellent pass. On time, on target. Great teamwork.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Schroeder kicks to Collins. No good that time. Nice D from Porzingis. The Knicks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Moutier, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Yeah, that's too bad. A nice drive there, but just couldn't finish.
Prince up top, guarded by Hardaway. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Enes Kanter.
I like what he's doing here. Terrific efficiency scoring the basketball.
Here's Schroeder. 14 points for him. He kicks it to Collins. There's a good screen. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Kanter sets the pick for Moutier. He feeds it to Kanter. New York moving it around. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Bazemore. On the clock. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Bazemore grabs the miss. Atlanta leading by 4. And it's Schroeder in the corner. Down low. Here's Collins. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Collins has got 14.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Moutier passes to Porzingis. That one falls.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
And Atlanta calls their first timeout of the game.
Man, Mike Budenholzer this summer in a rare move, stepping down from his role as head of basketball operation. Content to just coach the Hawks. He didn't want both jobs.
And to his credit, in his time running the Hawks, Mike Budenholzer has helped establish them as a consistent playoff competitor in the Eastern Conference.
Even as they've lost some veterans and look to go younger, they remain competitive, a hallmark of a good organization. The pieces may shift, but the culture remains the same.
So New York going with almost an entire new group. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Enes Kanter. Beasley comes in for Hardaway. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Ntilikina. And Trey Burke subbed in for Moutier. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Miles Plumlee's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Mike Muscala comes in for Collins. Malcolm Delaney, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Taylor subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Here's Beasley following the bucket by the Hawks. And it goes down 2 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And Bazemore kicks to Taylor. Muscala dishes to Taylor. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7. Knicks trail by 6. Now Burke. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Screen by Porzingis. Lee kicks to Beasley. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9. Atlanta leading by 4. Pass to Muscala. Here's Delaney. They set the pick. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for the Knicks.
Well, you have to think that he is going to look to go to the rim a little more often going forward because the 3 ball just hasn't been there. Sometimes it seems he's not getting his feet set or rushing his shooting motion, but either way, it just ain't falling.
Now here's Burke. Beasley the screen. Burke the pass to Porzingis. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Now just a 2-point Hawks lead.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Now here's Taylor. He's got 11. Plumlee with a screen on Beasley. Just 5 to shoot. Bazemore misses. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. That's a 2 from Lee for the tie, and Beasley puts it in. Beasley's got the game tied up here for New York.
Really another fantastic offensive rebound and putback. This is the second game in a row where he has just been ball dominant.
When he gets into one of these grooves, you never know how long they're going to last. Sometimes they go on and on and on.
And so it's New York with it, following the bucket by the Hawks. Puts it up from 12. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 14 points for Porzingis. Taylor kicks to Plumlee. And he banks in the layup. And the Hawks lead by 2.
A nice move, attacking in the paint with confidence.
They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Porzingis can't hit. Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Feeds it to Taylor. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's New York with it. Here's Beasley. Rebound, Atlanta. Plumlee's got his third rebound on the night. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession.
And now a moment to see the stats for Porzingis. Over the last month, he has been spectacular, averaging about 24 points, almost 4 blocks and 11 rebounds. And what sets him apart is his rebounding. And as you can see, he's been in peak form.
You know what? It's part effort, part instincts. You see teams trying to keep a body or two on him, but that's easier said than done.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for New York. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Bembry's checked in for Kent Bazemore. New York trailing. And going into last season, Kent Bazemore commanding a salary in excess of $17 million. Greg, how did an undrafted player coming off his first starting season in the league get that kind of salary?
Timing is everything. Reflection of the market. When you remember, you had that huge spike in the cap. It's also a bet on his upside and work ethic. And with Bazemore, you see that the dedication to improve is there, and that's what made the Hawks comfortable with the contract.
Now here's Plumlee. He's got 6. There's a screen. He dishes it to Muscala. Cans it from downtown. Muscala's got 8 points.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Beasley with it. He's covered by Muscala. It's blocked. Outside, Taylor lets it fly. The Knicks pull it in. Here's Burke. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And he gets the bucket.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
1:21 left in the third quarter. Outside, Taylor dishes it to Plumlee. Kicks it to Muscala. Delaney, the pass to Muscala. No good on the 3.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Hawks #1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
And that one falls for Burke. Burke hits them both. 55 seconds left in the third quarter. Taylor dishes to Plumlee. Plumlee with a screen on Lee. Delaney, and he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Delaney's got his second basket.
Excellent play call there. The defense was not prepared for the pick, and as a result, they gave up the wide open look.
Pick by O'Quinn. Burke kicks to O'Quinn. Plumlee against Lee. And the pass to Burke. Outside for Thomas. Pocket 4. That one falls coming off Burke's feet.
His teammate was wide open there. Definitely the right choice to pass it out and let him take the shot.
Taylor kicks to Bembry. The good-looking shot from the wing. Bembry's got 11 points. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Burke, the pass to O'Quinn. The feed to Thomas. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Thomas got 4 this quarter.
And you have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's Atlanta leading by a point. And we'll be back right after this. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Let's be the one that just plays hard. Keep playing through it. Keep playing. Keep playing our game. Here we go.
Mike Budenholzer laying it down to his good team, asking a little bit more from the energy standpoint, more effort from his guys.
Yeah, and I think he sees an opportunity for them to try and make a move here. Doesn't want to let that pass by.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And New York looking at who they've got. Beasley out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn. Then it's Lee, and it's Burke in at the 1 spot.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. A different look for New York. Hardaway's checked in for Beasley. Ntilikina comes in for Courtney Lee. And it's Moutier in for Burke. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Taylor. He hits both from the stripe. Knicks trail by 3. Moutier dishes to Thomas. Back to Moutier. Shoots over Schroeder. That's good from Moutier on the assist from Thomas. 12 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
Oof, that is a tough shot.
Schroeder kicks to Muscala. The Hawks working the ball around. Back to Schroeder. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
Dennis Schroeder, the 17th overall pick in 2013 out of Germany. He's got a flair you don't associate with European players.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First free throw is good. The Knicks making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Atlanta also making some changes here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Plumlee. Collins comes in for Muscala. And it's Prince in for Malcolm Delaney. Schroeder hits them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Now here's Moutier. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's Hardaway. Atlanta with the rebound. Bembry's got 4 rebounds in this game. Fires the 3. Drills the three-pointer. Bembry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, forcing defenders to come out and guard them, which could open up driving lanes if they want to take advantage of that.
Now here is Hardaway. To the right side. Cantor, the pass to Hardaway. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And Tim Hardaway, the 23rd pick back in 2013 out of Michigan. Talk about his game.
You know, he's always been a fantastic shooter, mostly a spot-up guy. But now he's able to put it on the floor and make some plays. And what he does best, he can run the floor without the basketball.
And he makes the first.
And Tim Hardaway Jr., the son of a former all-star point guard. Junior, not maybe the same ball handler his father was, but he can sure fill it up. And I really feel like he's established his niche in the NBA.
Hardaway hits them both. And Hardaway Jr., a 6'6" shooting guard out of Michigan. Talk about his game a little bit for us, Greg. Analyze where he is.
Above average in terms of his athletic ability, improving defensively, and right now he's playing off the ball, whether spotting up or filling the lane. I think this guy's got a chance to be special. He's passionate, and boy, does he compete.
The Hawks leading by 4. Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. Passes it to Bembry. And that one is stuffed right through.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. There's the pick. Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. It's stolen by Moutier. Here's Ntilikina, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good. The Hawks leading by 5. Floats one up, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
Defending Schroeder is much trickier than it used to be. Has developed his skills to go along with the athleticism.
Two shots.
The first one falls. Hits them both.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
Now here's Moutier, guarded closely. Here's Ntilikina, and they pick up 2.
And you can see he's been working on that post game. Ntilikina showing some skill set down on that low block, using that length to his advantage.
And that one falls for Ntilikina. The Hawks leading by 4. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bembry. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Hardaway. Goes up again, and it's blocked.
You know, I like the competitive fire, but he's still really out of sync.
Here's Prince. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
The reason why a number of guys on this roster, they are built for speed. Why not play to your strengths?
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
A free throw good from Moutier. Porzingis is checked in for Lance Thomas. Both free throws good from Moutier. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Over kicks to Dedmon. Pass to Bembry. There's the pick. Collins against Porzingis. Pass to Bembry. Shot clock at 5. That misses off the backboard.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
It's stolen by Moutier, and a fast break now for New York. Here's Cantor. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
And Greg, with Enes Kanter last season, he had to miss significant time with the broken hand, but his offensive game is something to watch when he's healthy.
He just plays hard. He provides that instant offense off the bench, a great array of post moves to pick from.
That's good from Cantor. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Atlanta. And Cantor drops them both.
That's a huge advantage, having a big guy who can shoot free throws like this.
Schroeder passes to Collins. Schroeder kicks to Collins. Back to Schroeder. Lets it go from 14. That's short off the rim. New York trailing. Here's Moutier. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Here's Bazemore. Nice D from Porzingis. Knicks have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. That evens the score. Ntilikina's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Ntilikina there attacking the rim. An explosive long guard who can get to the rack with the best of them.
Now here's Schroeder. That shot missing. Excellent D from Cancer. Pass to Ntilikina to take the lead. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one.
And really liking the effort we see here tonight. Neither team giving much ground.
The scores remain close. I've got a feeling it's going to come down to the wire.
Here's Ntilikina. He's guarded by Collins. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent him, GA, from converting that one.
He's one of the best offensive rebounders in the league, and he demonstrated why right there.
Here's Prince following the score by New York. The dish to Bazemore. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Collins. The 19-footer is on the money. Here's Ntilikina. Outside Hardaway. Cantor sets the pick for Hardaway. To the inside. And stolen by Prince. Bazemore for 3. The shot that time not on target. And New York the other way now. Now here's Moutier. He's guarded by Schroeder. And Cantor throws it down.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Schroeder dishes to Dedmon. It's Prince on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Moutier kicks to Porzingis. Pass to Ntilikina. Here's Hardaway. It's Dedmon with the rebound. Dedmon's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
I mean, he's struggling, hitting a low percentage of his shots this quarter.
Now here's Bazemore. He kicks it to Dedmon. 5 to shoot. Schroeder outside. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
The pass to Porzingis. Collins grabs the miss.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Schroeder kicks to Prince. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. New York calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done is Dennis Schroeder.
You know, this is the right move. Maybe a break in the action will cool him down.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dennis Schroeder.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek said to his team. He told them they have to pick it up. He said there's no time like the present, fellas. Embrace the moment, and let's take back this game. We'll see what they can do, Kevin.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta.
And watching Porzingis play, you forget how tall he really is in terms of how he moves. Not only how quick he is, but also that skill set. Incredible that a player his size won the skills competition in last year's All-Star festivities.
That free throw good from Porzingis. And that is what fools a lot of NBA fans about Porzingis. Most of the highlights, Greg, you see are his blocks and putback dunks. But if you watch his game, you see that skill level.
It's rare to see a player who's the complete package like Porzingis. I mean, he's fluid. He's got the easy-looking shot. It almost looks like he's a guard shooting the basketball, comfortable creating for himself or playing off others.
And here's Bazemore. He feeds it to Dedmon. To the wing right side. Nobody near Schroeder. And again, it's Atlanta.
Typically playing the role of catalyst. This time, Schroeder's the one who gets set up.
Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Canner. Feeds it to Moutier. Out to Hardaway. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway's got 5 assists in the game.
And he finally gets involved from beyond the arc. His first 3 of the game comes here in the second quarter.
Now here's Schroeder. Up and in on the layup. Schroeder's got it all tied up now for the Hawks.
Self-confidence, a huge part of his game. Schroeder never doubts his abilities.
Kicks it to Cantor. To the middle. Here's Ntilikina. Can't connect from short range. Atlanta's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Now here's Bazemore. D right on him. It's rebounded by New York. Cantor's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Moutier. Right side Porzingis. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Here's Schroeder. He dishes it to Dedmon. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's on Porzingis.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
One shot.
And that one misses. New York's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. Ntilikina. Bazemore grabs the miss. Bazemore's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Schroeder outside. Kept alive by Atlanta.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area. Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
From the stripe. They get it back. Here's Collins. Excellent D from Cantor.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now here is Hardaway. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And the second of two is good. That gives them the lead.
And you can sense that the pressure might have gotten to him a little bit, but he did do enough to put them in the lead.
Shot from free throw range, and that one's good. Schroeder's got 16 points here in the second half.
Ice in his veins. Schroeder knows how to deliver when it matters the most.
Moutier kicks to Hardaway. Count the basket. And the Knicks lead by one. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
So it's Atlanta now, following the score by New York. Schroeder kicks to Dedmon. Over Cantor. Here's Collins. Second chance shot, Cantor, and two free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
They had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by two. And so he drops them both. It's a three-point game. Atlanta calls timeout. They trail by 3. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the fourth. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From 12 feet out, and they're able to recover. They shoot again, and the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws. So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
The perfect guy to have on the line right now.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable. What more can you ask for?
Phenomenal here in the clutch. This is what fans tune in to see.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. There's 25 seconds left in the game. Here's Schroeder. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
You know, when Dennis Schroeder gets hot, he can take over.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Takes the 13-footer. It's off. And now they foul and stop the clock. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
Locking down the W. It's got to feel good to him right now.
Collins kicks to Prince. Bazemore for 3, and the miss. So a close game sees New York take this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. KP, balanced offensive effort tonight. What did you like about how you played?
I think we played as a team. We shared the ball, and it was a team effort today. And everybody was involved. Everybody was playing good offensively, and that's why we were able to come up with a win.
Really looking good at both ends tonight, Kristaps. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.